Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And it has been a while. We admit that we have been gone for so long. How long has it been, my love?
Almost a year now.
Almost a year. But here we are back and
what?
Then stay tuned. Yeah. So my love, can you tell the viewers where we have been?
Guys, a lot has been happening, eh? A lot has been happening from Rumi was rooming and the accommodation stuff. We were moving from one place to the other, trying to find the suitable accommodation for a family, because Rumi is dictating our life. She's the dictator, so we had to find something that is suitable for the three of us.
So all along we've been moving around Gaborone, and finally after a long time, there she is, distracting.
Rumi, yes, ever.
So we have been moving around Gaborone. So from G North, we came to stay at Extension 2. And Extension 2 we were sharing. We had a friend that we were sharing with. And then it happened that...
What?
No, there were clashes.
Like
there were clashes. We were a family and she was a single person. So there were clashes, personality clashes. We couldn't meet in terms of personality again.
It was very difficult.
It was very difficult.
The character, there wasn't anything wrong with her, nor was anything wrong with us. The thing was just our characters weren't meeting, because it applies in the same thing. You know that people sometimes where they get into a relationship, it's not like there's anything wrong with them, just that their characters are different, and there's going to be a lot of clash. And it doesn't mean that those people there's anything wrong with them, just that the characters are different. Yeah, so we had different characters, and then we weren't able to live together in peace.
For long.
So and then we had to move from Extension 2. We had to go to Block 7. We got to Block 7 also. Hey, it was the tour, guys.
I think that's the thing with a rented house or a house for rent. It has its own disadvantages. Like it's not made in a way that is according to how you'd want it to be. Like you may find that the colors that are inside the house, they're not your preferences. So but then when you got to Block 7, I think the decision that we were we made a rash decision.
Yeah, it was a rash decision.
We wanted to move from Extension 2 quickly so that we can have our own home. We wanted nothing to do with sharing. So when we got there, guys, guys, that was the first thing. It didn't stand well with us.
Let me stop doing that. Stop now. Fix the lights. Go sit, Vic. Go sit. No, back and down.
Go sit down, Anand. Go sit down.
Go sit down, huh?
Remember, calm. Go sit down. Go sit down.
Go sit, Vic.
So Block 7, there were issues of matsetse, of the coffee, because no one had ninja, and we have a baby. Guys, the coffee is only imagine.
The lady never so it's the other thing, she wasn't taking care of them at all. The dogs would go outside, they would get matsetse from other dogs, and they would come home. It was a problem. But the house was okay though.
No, it was too small. Even the kitchen, guys. The size of the kitchen was way too small.
It was very small. Okay, and then we decided, I think we stayed in Block 7 for about 3-4 months. Yeah, 3-4 months, and then after 4 months we went to the lady, we told her, hey, you know what, we're moving out. And we got to go, you have to go and find something. And then from there on we went to Mogotsana. Mogotsana we didn't stay for long, so we just trying to find a place, guys, that is going to be suitable for a family, for the three of us, more especially this one who's just dictating our life.
Until we had to find an area where we would be comfortable even with ourselves. Leave the distance and to where we find
Look at this, guys.
There she is, guys, all grown up. Say hi, people.
Say hello, say hello.
Guys, children don't know how to behave. They have no timing. So this is it. So guys, whenever you see us with this podcast, really ongoing, know that we sweated. Like, it's a success. When you see our video, having made it to the channel, just know that we made it alive, because Rumi is such a distraction and there's a lot going on. But like my husband said, I'm going to continue. And then we went to stay in Mogoditani. And Mogoditani, everything was just fine. It was okay. Okay.
Hey guys, we have to pause the video for a moment because we're trying to. Rumi was rooming again. She was rooming. She was making noise. Okay, so and then from Mogoditani now we came to extension 4 again. We came to extension 4. So the house is good. It's a little. It's not a little. It's suitable for us, for a family
of 3.
For a family of 3. So I can't see now we have any complaints, and I think we are gonna stay for some time here again.
We see ourselves staying here for long.
For long, up until we get our own house, and that's when you're gonna move. But other than that, you're still gonna be here, saving up for the house, and then yeah. So all of this moving around and going from one house to the other, I think it was a result of being impatient with God. Being patient with God. We are not patient. We are not just sitting down and praying to God, my God, please help us find a suitable house for our family. We are not, in our decision making, we are not involving God too much. That's why we had to move from one place to another, having so many struggles. And mind you, this moving around, it was costing us a lot of money. Because wherever we went, we would pay for the security. Block 7, how much electricity will we pay in Block 7? Guys, that's ridiculous. I don't know about people who stay in Block 7, but
the bills are expensive at
the
Block
bills
7.
expensive. You guys, the electricity, I think it was around, we paid around 400 pula for the electricity, but we were sharing with someone, so which means that she was paying the other amount, a certain amount, which means I think the other time the electricity bill was around 1,000 pula. The water bill was 900 pula, which means you had to split the 900 by 2. She was paying her own half, and then we were paying our own half. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. Okay. So we are using a lot of money to move from one place to the other because we are not patient with God. We forgot about the most important verses, like God's ways are not our ways. We think about something, we try to execute it by not involving Him, and then at the end, it ends up costing us a lot, time, money, and also in the mind, it kind of affects you. Yeah.
So all this happened because we failed to become patient with the plan of God for our life. So most of the time, you may find that we want our plans to take place at a certain time that we set for ourselves. But then God has another plan for you, and He knows when it's going to be executed. So all this moving around, like he said, it costed us a lot. Not only money, but our family. It costed us like the way of settling. After moving out, there has to be a time that you have to settle in that house, in that new home, new house.
And it takes time to
it takes time because you'll be having boxes there, you have to unpack them, you have to settle. It took us a long time to settle. So nearly nomadic in other ways. You remember around comes extension 2, here we are at extension 4. And when all this happened, that we had to learn the hard way, let me put it like that, because we became unstable in some of our decisions, and even our financial life was affected, all because we wanted things to happen
and the timing, guys. God's timing is God's timing. It's not our timing. So if you rush, sometimes you try to rush some certain blessings, but then at the end you see all those things, they end up affecting you. You're in a rush, you want to get the house that you want, but God is like, maybe not now. Chill.
There's some things that you need to do here. You're not mature for that.
You can't get that blessing now. So relax.
And it happened that, you see, when all this moving around happened, I was a stay-at-home mom. So could it have happened that we obeyed and we aligned ourselves with the plan of God? We became patient to see that, no, man, you know what? This time around, we cannot move around not now. We cannot go and stay at 2 beds. Right now is not the time for us to go there. We need to settle first with what we have now. Appreciate it. I know each and every time a source of income, a new source of income is introduced, Malapi, then we are quick to make a decision.
You want something extra. If you guys were eating moto for breakfast, now you want to have bacon.
Like you want to adjust quickly to the lifestyle, to a certain lifestyle. Many changes that have been made, and there has to be a change. But it takes time for all those things to happen. So, and it happened worrying. I can move all around as a stay-at-home mom. But now, us living here in Extension 4, I got a job. I'm schooling. Got all those things, they happened.
It was God's timing, guys.
It was God's timing. Let me put it like that.
The blessings, they came at once. And you know one thing that I love about our God is that whenever he shows up, he makes sure that you see what it was here.
This is God here.
Yeah,
like this is the mark of God. He showed.
He doesn't leave any doubt whatsoever. So sometimes when you wanna, sometimes maybe for example you get a job in a certain area and you ask yourself, is it really this a blessing from God? When our God shows up, guys, he makes sure he shows you that this is me doing this thing. He leaves a mark and he takes away all the doubts that you might have, if it was him or if it was not him, or maybe that job or anything that you got, it might be a trap from the devil, blah 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 blah. So he makes sure that he shows you what this is me. So when he came to Extension 4, doors were opening, guys. It was God's timing. I've got a job. She went back to school, and you know things. The business was now booming. Things were happening now.
The rentage of the studio, like we paid a ridiculous amount over the former studio, but right now the rent is just reasonable. So all those things, they happened in a time that God has set, not the time that we set for ourselves or a certain time that we expected. And in this point, I think because we are very, very exhausted, we are tired from wanting to do things at our own time, or no, we have to, I have to find a job, I'm staying at home, we have to get a certain house. We learned, or you know what, when it happened, when the plans of God takes place, it comes with peace.
It comes with peace. The blessings from God, they come with peace. If you get something and then you're not sure if it comes from God, you can check if that thing is giving you peace. If it's not giving you peace, then I don't think it's from God.
Because if it was by our own plan, given Rashi's being forceful for us to live where we want to be. But even this house, we got it without expecting.
Not expecting.
Like necessarily, we never thought we would live in the close by areas of Main Mall. Like it just happened. So that is how God works. Like he works in a way that is so calm, so peaceful, not stressful, not straining. Hey, yo, high enough. No, it doesn't happen like that. Like everything aligns. I'm close to school. I'm close. I'm close to church, we're close to the shops. Our business, where we are, the area is good for the business. Like everything just.
And then, man, I remember this video is supposed to be 10 years long.
Oh, yeah.
10 years. You talk too much. Okay. So the other thing that we want to talk about, guys, is the societal pressure. So the moment you get married, the expectations that people have of you guys. And sometimes if you're not careful, that are going to influence your decisions so much. What's in your pressure? Because now you are married, they expect you to drive a certain car. They expect you to have a car first before you talk about any type of a car. They expect you to have a car.
Even not just any car. It's in Beat. It's in Honda Fit. Car a car. A family car a classic. You might know about wow, this is marriage. I think that is how people define marriage. Like looking at what they don't understand, it's more of what is going on between us and how we resolve things than of what they see on the outside. Like they would judge us for why don't they have this? Why don't they have that?
And also the decision of the house. People expect you to stay in a certain place because you're married. So sometimes you're gonna have those plans. But if you're not careful, you're gonna make your decisions based on the societal pressure, what people expect of you, what they think of you. So you guys who are going to be newly married, be careful of this thing. Move with your person slowly and be patient and wait for God. Wait on God to give you certain things and make sure that you involve Him in every decision that you make. And forget about what people expect of you.
And mind you, people don't care if you spend a lot during your wedding. They don't care. And them not caring also, they expect to feed and then from there they have certain expectations that no, that's how marriage should be. So an advice, adopt your own culture in marriage.
Have your own culture.
Have your own culture.
Between you and your person, and
And when all these things they happen, we had plans, we had visions of how we wanted our marriage to be like, of how our life wanted to be like. Don't you think we want a car? Don't you think we want a house? Don't you think we know all those things? Don't you think we are working towards them? So it's rude for kind of you to remind us every now and then, come on.
Don't you think we know that you need that car? Don't you think we think about it, like you said?
But you guys need a family house.
And also the baby guy, say this one will be a topic for another day. You know that people expect certain things that
this one I'll cover it to my motherhood. I'll pour myself out to motherhood. And then the other last thing that we wanted to talk about is when all these things happen, you need a life partner who stands by you. That is when we go back to what are the kind of qualities you look for in a person that you know what you're going to have a long lifespan with. For instance, imagine you going through all these things. There's a mama pressuring you together, and I'm here putting pressure on him. I'm like, my love, I need a car. No, my love, I need an iPhone. Like, I need it. Me being there in his life, in our life, I'm not supportive or I'm not being aware.
Didn't cut.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
16.
Huh?
16
minutes. Let's finish.
I'm not being aware. When I put pressure on you, I'm not being aware that I'm making myself not to be aware. We are going through this together. It's not an individual thing. So you have pressure. My love, I need an iPhone. But I see all these things that are happening to us as a family. They're not happening to an individual. So we will talk more about this, of what to look for in your partner, qualities to look for, to spot, or factors that affect.
Before you decide that you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone. Yes, so that will be the topic for the next episode, right? And then, guys, we are supposed to take 10 minutes, but this lady speaks too much. She took the video is about, it's going to be 20 minutes long now.
I mean, we've been gone for so long.
For some time. So we don't want the videos to be long, but today that's it from us, guys.
Subscribe.
The
most important thing, guys, make sure please immediately when you get to watch this video, when you like it, press that button. Press it immediately.
And the minute you hear this, make sure that you press the subscribe button. So don't wait.
And if you find it to be interesting, share it. Share it with others. So other than that,
that's it from us. Till next time. Bye bye. And you make his too slow.
What I got